Ho ho ho, folks! Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man, at your merrymaking festive services. How are you all? Hope you're doing well. Yes. Now, at this time of year, everybody, including their dog, likes to put out their Christmas top 10s. Their top 10 films, their top 10 songs, their top 10 mince pies. I don't know. But everyone seems to compile these little lists, these festive lists, this little itinerary of joy to the world. And of course, I am no exception. I'm a very traditional sort of guy. There's nothing under my kilt but me. So, here's my top 10 of Christmas songs. And although the temptation is to or just throw the obvious ones in there, and you will find there's some obvious ones in here too, but they're obvious for very great reasons, that they're Christmassy. You hear them every year and you've grown to love them, or they have a genuine Christmassy feel about them which affects you. And my list is semi-obvious and semi-not so obvious. So let's just have a little pick and mix here. And you're hearing number 1 on that list. Well, number 10. If we're going to go backwards, it's number 10. To be honest, I don't really do things like that, whether it's number 1, number 3, number whatever. I know the top slot, that's there, but in between they can jockey around a bit. So what you're hearing right now is the Ragtime Gremlins theme from Gremlins by Jerry Goldsmith. Gremlins is the dark side of Christmas, but it's also immensely Christmassy. And Goldsmith's wildly jazzy, crazy, upbeat, anarchic, synthesized. Listen to this, it's gorgeous. The theme for the Gremlins, having fun and partying. It's their ragtime. So, and it is immensely jovial, with a nasty slant to it. And that's the thing about Christmas, folks. There's a dark side to Christmas. Why is there so many great Christmas horror movies as well? And that'll be the subject of another video, I'm sure. But for now, let's just stick with the music. Take it away, Jerry G. And you can hear them in the background. It's 8:30 in the morning on the 21st of December. But it doesn't matter what time it is, because I'm not working now. Now, typically, I've only got about half an hour, so I'm gonna have to run on. But you've got the gist. Awesome stuff. Now let's go for a bit more traditional, but no less anarchic.
It was Christmas Eve.
It's the Pogues and Kirsty McCall, and this is genius. Genius. A twisted, broken relationship, sold on drugs and drink and rock and roll. An Irish lilt, a bit of a jig, the drunk tank. New York Christmas time. Snow and Shane McGowan with no teeth. What more could you ask for? And if you're playing the Pogues, you must imbibe with some more of this stuff. But this is Scotch. It's got the Christmas feel. It's got a sense of sincerity to it, which you don't get with the saccharine, overly sentimental Christmas songs of yore, which just preach goodwill. And yet, this is more realistic. How many times we've been out this year's Kirsty. voice is magnificent. How many times, I shouldn't interrupt. Because they're all Irish. Awesome. As we're saying, how many times have you been out on a great night out when you've split up with somebody, or you've witnessed they start fighting, but they love each other really? Yes folks, this is the uncut one. Can you believe they don't play this on the radio sometimes, or they change the lyrics? Censoring Christmas. Sounds like a Jack Skellington song. Censoring Christmas, we're censoring Christmas. Could have been someone. Well, so could anyone.
I put down with my own, can't make it all alone. I built my dreams around you. The boys of the NYPD chorus are singing "Go Away Babe," and the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day.
Isn't it great? You wouldn't mind waking up completely shot to hell on a snowy New York sidewalk and get scooped up by the cops and flung into the drunk tank with the likes of these guys sitting next to you and all crooning, broken teeth, busted jaws, blackened eyes, bust noses. It would still be festive as hell. Let's move on. Now, this one folks, this next one's one of my favourites of all time, really is. Now this, E17, Stay Another Day. Everyone thinks, the way it's written, the way it sounds, it's you're pining for a lover. It's not. Tony Mortimer wrote this for his brother who committed suicide.
Baby, if you got to go away,
and it just put a whole new slant once you realise it.
won't you stay another day?
It's a beautiful song, this. Heartfelt.
Oh, don't leave me alone like this.
And like E17 with all their macho boy band posturing, the hard edge of boy bands and all this shit, like all that kind of posturing. And that guy with the baldy head and the penciled on goatee beard who can't sing but just stands there looking like that.
And try to throw it all away.
The Paul Rutherford of E17.
Thought I heard you say
Brian's vocals are great though.
that your love was gonna be here to stay.
They're all wearing these Arctic white suits and jackets, spinning around in a black and white world of frost, snowflakes. It's a song and a video which you think are ripe for parody. I mean, have been parodied. A mariachi band did it for the Doritos advert, and Tony Mortimer actually gets involved in it, which I couldn't believe. And it's a great version too. A mariachi version of this, but Tony Mortimer totally endorses it. It's since been covered by choirs and other artists. Its message is plaintive and heartfelt, and yet it totally feels Christmassy.
Touch your face while you are sleeping and hold your hand. Don't understand what's going on. Good times we had return to haunt me. Now it's for you.
See again, Christmas as joyful as it is, it's massively tinged with sadness and tragedy at the same time. So you're going to get that with this lineup. Gorgeous though, isn't it? And now for something completely different. And I might have to be joined by a couple of friends here.
The night before Christmas, when all through the castle my monsters were having a Yuletide hassle. The tree was all trimmed in ghoulish things, like werewolf fangs and vampire wings. But they were up to no good. Didn't act like good monsters should. They found themselves a new prey. They planned to rob Santa's sleigh. They were making a list and checking it twice. Frankenstein wanted a shiny new trike, a new chain for Janusz,
Yes.
a brace for Igor's
Bobby,
back, a speed
Pickett,
shaver for Wolfman, a
and his
new
Crypt
cape
Kickers.
for Drac.
They did a lot of songs like the Monster Mash, but this was their Monsters Holiday
Didn't act
Christmas
like
song.
good monsters
And it
should.
sounds just like the Monster Mash.
Themselves a new prey.
But his Boris Karloff impersonation is just supreme.
The mummy was to signal from the castle roof at the very first sound of a reindeer hoof. As Santa slid down the chimney wall, the zombies were to make off with sleigh and all. From beyond the moat there arose such a clatter. I jumped to the window to see what was the matter. Like a
See what was
bolt
the
of
matter.
lightning, it happened so quick, and there in our midst stood old Saint Nick. He began to dig down deep in his sack and came up with the traction
What did he say?
for Igor's back. Drac cut his cape, Frankie's trike made him behave. Even Wolfman was happy, now he can shave.
He gets a
And
turbo
all
shave.
ended well. And Santa was really swell. No need to rob Santa's sack. Maybe next year he'll come back. So the children everywhere were spared the grief of losing their presents to a monster slave thief. Now the monsters love Santa.
His
and
impersonation
they'll
is
behave.
absolutely
Never again
incredibly
rob
accurate.
sleighs or graves.
And the fact that he makes a song out of it as well.
What do you think of Santa?
And they did lots and lots of songs.
Santa good. What was that he said as he
Santa
out of
good.
sight? Merry
Prezzies.
Christmas to all,
Better.
and to all a good night. Jingle bells,
Okay,
jingle
okay, we're going to move on again now.
all the way.
Now you've heard this before, I've played this before. This is from Doctor Who. And it was written for the Christmas Invasion when David Tennant came in. And he's going around the TARDIS trying to find a new costume for himself. It was written by Murray Gold. It was performed by somebody else in that episode. But then it was given to Neil Hannon from the Divine Comedy, who was singing this version. And the lyrics were extended to cover the Doomsday episode, where he loses Rose to another dimension and he'll never see it again. And the lyrics incorporate that. But it has that bittersweet quality of Christmas, the joy, the earnestness, and that sense of Christmas is past, which you're never going to get to relive. Neil Hannon's voice. They do mention Christmas in it as well.
I've had a merry time with you. Oh, I wish today was just like every
Has some
other day.
lyrics that really get to me as well in here.
'Cause today has been the best day. Everything I
also one of the best Christmas wishes ever for someone. Be the best you can be. That's all I wish for you. Make me proud of you. Oh, there you go.
Well, I woke up today, and you're on the other side. Our time will never come again. But if you can still dream, close your eyes and you'll see that you can see me now and then.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, I wish today was just like every other day, 'cause today has been the best day, everything I ever dreamed. I wish today was just like every other day.
Okay, we're going to move on. This one, folks, is a Christmas movie. Michael Kamen scored Die Hard and Lethal Weapon, both Christmas movies. This is Lethal Weapon. This is the theme song which plays over the end credits. It's about Martin Riggs, Mad Mel's character, suicidal. The music is composed and written by Michael Kamen. It's performed by Canadian band Honeymoon Suite. I love the song. It's so 80s, but the lyrics are great as well, and it's so epitomizes his character, and it also epitomizes, as I've said I think maybe a few times before, a huge chunk of my life as well, including the dark side of this as well. I won't say any more about that, but I've been a wild boy in my time.
When you really don't care, yeah. That's your life, it's all your life.
Don't watch the pop video for this though, because it's truly atrocious. It really, really is bad. You think it's a send up, but it's not. It's the worst of 80s excess and pouting and posturing. A lethal weapon. You can hear sleigh bells in this. And drum pads. See, that's the thing. Love shouldn't be a weapon. It shouldn't be used as one, and God forbid it ever becomes one, because it's the most damaging weapon of all time. Don't skip Mad Mel's hair in the movie. That mullet. Not strictly speaking a mullet. A mullet is short over the ears, long at the back. If your hair comes over the ears, it's not a mullet. His comes over the ears. Okay, what's next? More movies. Very Christmassy. Very ebullient. Very lively. He's doing the Exorcist spider walk. Oh.
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in
Of course, Jack Skellington was voiced by Chris Sarandon,
I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jack. This isn't fair.
except when he was singing. And then it was Danny Elfman
What's this?
who does the score.
There's something very wrong. What's this? There's people singing songs. What's this?
Tim Burton, Danny Elfman. It's just a macabre marriage which works.
What is this?
And still one of my favourite Christmas movies. People always go, is it more Halloween or is it more Christmas? It depends. It's both. And does it really matter? It's its own hybrid.
Oh look, what's this? They're hanging mistletoe. They kiss? Why that looks so unique. Inspired! They're gathering around to hear his story, roasting chestnuts on a fire. What's this? What's this? In here, they've got
It's jubilant. It's expectant. It's full of wonder, anticipation, excitement. It's just sort of thing that to see this performed live on stage. And I'm not a fan of musicals, but this would work so well. You'd all be like, ah.
The children are asleep, but look, there's nothing underneath. No ghouls, no witches here to scream and scare.
Jack Skellington can't work out. Why is everything so happy and jolly? Where's the spiders and the snakes and what gives? I don't know what it is, but I like it.
What's this? The monsters are all missing and the nightmares can't be found. And in their place there seems to be good feeling all around. Instead of
Can't
screams,
last.
I swear I can hear music in the air. The smell of cakes and pies are absolutely everywhere. The sights, the sounds, they're everywhere and all around. I've never felt so good before. This empty place inside of me is filling up.
On my list for Christmas, I've only asked for one thing. No, I've asked for two things. One is a new liver, and the other is a never-ending bottle of whiskey. The thing is, I've been kind of naughty this year, so what are the chances of that? Hey. What's next? Here we go. Oh God. Oh dear. Howard Blake, and this is the Aled Jones version, because it wasn't Aled Jones who sang it on the original Snowman short film. This is, you cannot have Christmas without this. It's so haunting, it's so evocative. It does transport you to the North Pole, to the land of the snowman and their final party, their one and only party. I love the way he stands and he gets the call, the snowman. Gotta go, the wind picks up.
I'm finding I can fly so high above with you.
Just making sure we've got enough time for them.
All across the world, the villages go by like dreams.
I struggle to watch this film now. I know they've moved on, the Snow Dog and all that kind of stuff. But this first one, that shock conclusion, which you all know is coming, it's still a devastating blow. It is. Because it's the loss of innocence, it's crushed childhood, and the realisation that of the real world. We watched my son when he was only about 5 or 6. He's 19 now. Watch this. We sat him down and watched it, and then watched it. We left the room, and then at the end, we heard him laughing and giggling, and he was like, all that. And then at the end, we peeped in. The heart just broke to see him. It was meant to be joyous, wasn't it? But memories, some are good, some are bad. And some just are what they are. They're a mixture of both. They're just real. So, with that in mind, let's move on to an upbeat, joyous protest song. Jonah Louis.
Hey, Mr. Churchill comes over here to say
A great, jaunty brass band playing umpar, almost anti-war protest song. Wasn't devised as a Christmas song at all. It's an anti-war song. But it became synonymous with Christmas time. And it's jubilant at the same time. Great video as well, and great lyrics.
I have had to fight almost every night down throughout these centuries.
Stop the cavalry.
When I say, oh yes, yet again, can you stop the cavalry? Mary gladly waits at home in the nuclear fallout zone. Wish I could be dancing now in the arms of the girl I love.
And the idea is he's a soldier throughout all the ages. Because although the video is set in the trenches, he mentions Churchill, he also mentions the nuclear fallout zone. So the whole idea is that this is a soldier who's gone through all the conflicts, but all he wants to do is come back home for Christmas. And peace on air, please! Just for one day at least.
Bang, that's another bomb on another town while the Tsar and Jim have tea. If I get home, lift up till the tail.
There is one song I'm leaving off this list because I'm going to do it its own video
I will stop the cavalry.
with some guests, perhaps. I'm going to move on now because I want to play it before we run out of time. Greg Lake, I Believe in Father Christmas. Again, a song very, very misconstrued, and yet everyone just, oh, it's Christmas, it's Christmas. It is hailed as being anti-religious, anti-Christmas. It's not. The very title, I Believe in Father Christmas, that's what he's saying. The lyrics tell you that he realises that it's all a sham. There is a, about the fairy tale of religion and all that. The whole thing is about being dragged along with a fake story. But the whole point of this song is that, yes, he knows it's his dad, it's Father Christmas, the disguise is blown, the myth, all of that. He knows, he doesn't care, because inside he still believes in Father Christmas. Hates the commercialism of what happened. And don't forget, this was like 1973, 74, and it's only got more commercialised since then. Greg Lake of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And Keith Emerson from Emerson, Lake and Palmer was the one that said, bring in, the Russian piece of music, which is the main bridge throughout this.
They sold me a cyanide.
Yeah.
They told me a fairy story till I believed in the Israelite.
And this is where people go like, you can't say that.
I looked to the sky with excited eyes. Then I woke with a yawn in the first light of dawn, and I saw him in whose disguise.
Very clever. He's retaining the love. I don't care that the myth's been exploded. I don't care that the lie's been exposed. The joy that expectation and excitement gave me, I still love, I still cherish, and it still means something to me. I believe in Father Christmas. It's beautiful.
I wish you a hopeful Christmas. I wish you a brave new year. All anguish, pain, and sadness, leave your heart and let your
Builds.
road be clear. They
The
said
choral
that
voices.
snow at Christmas. They said that
The orchestral wallop.
Christmas we get, we deserve.
Hallelujah, Noel, be it heaven or hell. The Christmas we get, we deserve. That's exactly right. And this build up now, this finale. The bells, the ecclesiastical sensibility. The chorus. Happy Christmas, folks. I'm going to see you all later. And what's your top 10, folks?